In a quiet, sunlit room, I found myself reflecting on the nature of connections and the unique needs of an introvert. My journey has been one of gentle self-discovery, long introspective walks, and countless moments of silent observation. I realized early on that finding a partner who truly understands the delicate balance between solitude and intimacy is essential. As an introvert, I cherish the deep inner thoughts that come naturally when I am alone. It is in these moments of quiet that I gather strength and clarity. Over the years, I noticed that relationships thrive only when each person's need for space is respected, rather than when constant demands for interaction drain the spirit. Observing life's subtleties, I learned that a fulfilling partnership is not defined by endless chatter or overwhelming social displays, but by creating a safe haven where silence and conversation coexist harmoniously. Today, I share the 6 essential things an introvert needs in a partner, attributes that honor personal space while nurturing moments of intimate connection. This narrative is not a rigid guide, but an exploration of genuine connection, where every quiet moment and thoughtful glance speak volumes. Each aspect, from cherishing alone time to celebrating shared passions while retaining individuality, forms a mosaic of understanding and care. As I recount these experiences, I invite you to appreciate the beauty in calm reflection and recognize that love need not be loud to be transformative. There was a time when the constant buzz of social interactions left me feeling drained and out of sync with myself. I remember one evening when I spent hours amidst lively company, laughs, stories, and animated chatter, but even as the room pulsed with energy, I longed for a quiet corner, a private respite from the demands of constant engagement. That evening, while others found joy in every spoken word, I quietly slipped away to a peaceful room where the soft embrace of silence allowed me to reconnect with my inner world. Through this experience, I learned that the need for alone time is not an act of isolation. It is a vital space for self-renewal and introspection. Over time, I recognized that a partner who cherishes my need for solitude offers me much more than temporary relief. It gives me the freedom to refresh my spirit without guilt. In our quiet moments together, when we each retreated into our private sanctuaries before reuniting, there was a mutual understanding. That personal space was essential for our well-being. Small acts like an unspoken agreement to spend a lazy afternoon apart or a gentle nod when one needed quiet were defining characteristics of a truly supportive relationship. Such gestures affirmed that respecting alone time is a quiet declaration of love, one where both silence and togetherness are embraced with equal warmth and care. During a bustling festival one summer, I found myself overwhelmed by the relentless parade of sounds, flashing lights, and hurried conversations. In the midst of a crowd, the sensory overload pressed in on me, and every loud noise felt like an intrusion into my quiet mind. I eventually slipped away to a secluded bench where the gentle rustle of leaves and distant chirps of birds formed a natural lullaby, soothing my tension and allowing me to regain balance. This memory remains vivid, a powerful reminder of how essential a sanctuary of calm is for nurturing an introvert spirit. In the comforting embrace of a partner who understands this need, our shared space gradually transforms into a haven where tranquility reigns. Together, we work to create an environment that is low in stimuli and rich in peace. Soft lighting replaces harsh brightness, mellow tunes substitute for boisterous sounds, and warm decor whispers of serenity in every corner. In our home, quiet moments become rituals of restoration. Quiet mornings spent reading side by side, or evenings where we simply sit together. As the rain taps gently against the window, every thoughtful detail, whether it is the dimming of lights for a relaxing ambiance or the deliberate selection of calming elements, contributes to a living space that honors both our need for calm and our desire for connection. Such a partner not only provides the external elements of peace, but also a deep-seated empathy. Understanding that when the world is in uproar, our shared retreat is a sanctuary where we can breathe and simply be. On one serene evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, I experienced a moment of communication that transcended ordinary conversation. It was not the sound of endless words, but the unspoken language of shared glances and reflective silences. That stirred my heart. In that twilight, While the sky painted hues of orange and soft blue across the expanse, my partner's presence spoke volumes more than any dialogue could have. In that quiet, unhurried time, I learned that deep communication for an introvert is often woven not in the fabric of constant chatter, but in gentle, thoughtful exchanges that allow feelings to breathe. It is about creating space where vulnerability is celebrated, and words, when they do appear, carry the weight of genuine emotion. I have come to see that the most profound conversations often occur in the spaces between words. A nod of understanding, a warm smile, or the shared silence that signals mutual care. Such moments reaffirm that connection can be cultivated without the need for elaborate speeches, but rather through attentive listening and heartfelt presence. In a relationship built on these principles, each pause is as significant as a well-chosen phrase. In this delicate dance of emotional expression, the understanding that silence sometimes holds more meaning than speech becomes a cornerstone of our bond. A reminder that our inner worlds can be connected through the quiet language of empathy and thoughtfulness. Over the course of many seasons, I discovered that the beauty of a fulfilling relationship lies in the art of growing together while allowing space for individual evolution. I recall a golden afternoon when I was immersed in the tranquil process of painting in my studio, while my partner tended lovingly to a blossoming garden outside. In that moment, the splashes of color on my canvas and the gentle bloom of flowers stood as metaphors for our personal journeys, each unique yet harmoniously intertwined. I realized then that a supportive partner does not confine personal growth within the boundaries of the relationship, but rather encourages the pursuit of individual passions. In our shared life, moments of togetherness and solitude both serve as fertile ground for growth. There is a quiet wisdom in understanding that personal development does not detract from the union, but instead enriches the connection by adding layers of experience and depth. Celebrating small victories, like the thrill of finishing a new project or the peaceful satisfaction after spending a reflective morning alone, became part of our mutual language. A partner who recognizes that the pursuit of personal interests is as important as the shared journey demonstrates patience and respect for the true essence of individuality. These little affirmations, whether it is an encouraging smile or a gentle gesture when one embarks on a new endeavor, cement a relationship where the growth of one is mirrored by the growth of both, creating a delicate balance that nurtures love without compromising personal dreams and aspirations. There exists a tender moment in every relationship when trust blooms quietly, nurtured by gentle acts of understanding that transcend judgment. I recall one serene evening when I found myself lost in introspection, sitting by a fogged window as the world outside softened into muted hues of twilight. In that reflective solitude, the quiet presence of my partner was a solace, a comforting assurance that my vulnerabilities were met with unconditional empathy rather than criticism. Their silent gestures, like the gentle brush of a hand or a reassuring look, spoke louder than any spoken word, reaffirming that trust is built not in grand declarations, but through consistent, honest care over time. This non-judgmental atmosphere, cultivated through shared experiences and quiet support, slowly transformed our connection into a sanctuary where both hearts felt free to express their most genuine emotions. In every unhurried moment, a silent promise was made that we would shield each other from undue judgment and foster an environment where imperfections were accepted as marks of authenticity. As we navigated the complexities of our internal worlds, we found that even the slightest expression of doubt was met with understanding rather than reproach. This mutual acceptance became the foundation upon which our emotional bond solidified, a bond that allows each of us to be vulnerable, to grow, and to trust that every beautiful, unspoken exchange only deepens the intimacy we share. In the gentle unfolding of our shared journey, I discovered that the interplay of common interests and personal space creates a relationship rich with both unity and individuality. I vividly recall an afternoon spent wandering through a sun-dappled park, where the soft whisper of nature and the splendor of a clear sky set the stage for quiet reflections on life. Walking side by side, we absorbed the small details, a vibrant flower petal here, a playful breeze there, that subtly celebrated the unique experiences we each bring to the relationship. A partner who embraces shared passions understands that engaging in joint activities, whether it is a leisurely stroll in nature, an exploratory visit to a quaint museum, or tinkering in a kitchen to create a new recipe, forms a profound layer of connection. Yet even in the midst of these tender moments of togetherness, there lingers an unspoken acknowledgement that individuality remains precious. Personal pursuits, like diving into a good book, crafting art, or simply enjoying the quiet company of one's own thoughts, are equally essential in nurturing a well-rounded life. In our time together, every shared hobby not only reinforced our bond, but also allowed space for our personal interests to flourish. This delicate balance of unity and individuality is a celebration of both the collective joy of shared experiences and the unique expression of self that each person brings. It is through this interplay that our relationship grows vibrant, layered with the colors of mutual respect and creative exploration, a dance where every shared passion exists harmoniously, with the creative freedom of personal space. As I close this reflection, I am reminded of the quiet yet profound truths that have shaped my understanding of love as an introvert. Every story shared and every thoughtful moment has illuminated the essential qualities: a respect for solitude, the creation of calm spaces, deep emotional communication, nurturing individual growth, building unwavering trust, and celebrating shared passions. While honoring individuality, these qualities serve as pillars that uphold a relationship where both partners can flourish in their authenticity. In embracing both moments of solitude and time together, I have found that love can be a harmonious blend of silent strength and genuine connection. Each quiet gesture and reflective pause reaffirms that a nurturing relationship is as much about thoughtful silence as it is about whispered warmth.